All right, we are back, and this is the final session for the year for the Pies. This will be another main training session, and hopefully we can see most of the lads there. It's been inconsistent throughout the early pre-Christmas pre-season, but that's a given with all the older players working their way in and being integrated in, and players with injuries. So we'll see. I'm not too sure what to expect, but looking forward to a good final session before we get to the Christmas break. And everything's been pretty swimming from like a health standpoint for the players. Besides maybe Tom Mitchell, Brazzy has been managing his plantar fasciitis, which he had in 2024 for the whole year. That's what we found out. And then Goey hasn't really been started on track a great deal, and Harvey Harrison's still doing his thing with his ACL recovery. He's really literally been doing the same thing over and over. I think only this week he's started to do change direction and sprints. So yeah, I'll keep an eye on him today, see if anything progresses. What else? Finally, so I had my surgery last week, just on a personal note, for my nose. The first 5 days were god awful with like these splints up my nose. I could not breathe properly. It gets bad with it gets. It's what's the word or the term? It gets worse before it gets better with this surgery. You think once you have the surgery, your nose is all good. Certainly not the case. Certainly couldn't be any further from the truth. Even now with the splints out, I'm still operating maybe like 20% nose capacity. I'd say normally, pre-surgery, my nose is at 50% operation. My left nose is completely blocked at all times. So yeah, I'm looking forward to being able to breathe properly in the next couple of weeks. What else? The Goey documentary has been well received, so I thank everyone for watching it. I really appreciate that. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to continuity on my side of things with life in general. This last 30 days with the back injury and what else do we have? The surgery, of course, really slowed me down. I was in bed for probably 10 of the last 30 days, and you lose your mind when you can't move. When you can't move, your mind goes to some funny places. But I challenged myself, I embraced it. I just said, you know what, just don't lose your head and eat well. And that's what I did. So I didn't put on any weight, lost a few kgs, and we'll continue that into the new year, which is something I'm just looking forward to on a personal note. And yeah, we're not too far away from training. We're just passing Amy Park now. What else is new on my end, guys? I'll let you in on something with YouTube. The analytics app, I've mentioned it a few times if you guys watch the channel on a frequent basis, but man, that shit's addictive. It's a dopamine dump every time you check how many views, how many subscribers, how many comments you're getting. So I've made a concerted effort now, moving forward, to only check YouTube analytics, let's say once a day, which is going to be a game changer, because I was literally at some points no control, no mindfulness. I was probably checking 50 to 100 times a day. I don't even know. I don't even want to know the genuine facts and numbers behind it, but it wasn't good. And it really does, I guess, get into you. It really, washes you out, and it becomes exhausting. You're exhausting yourself for no reason. Post the video, don't worry about the views, don't worry about it's all there. Even whether the video does well or not, it doesn't change anything in my immediate life. So I know that posting consistently over a long term will outweigh trying to keep up with how many views you're getting on a daily basis, because that's not what you're looking at the end of the day. You're looking at 12 months time, not how many views your video gets tomorrow. So that's a little challenge internally that I've set myself. So yeah, we're just pulling up now. It's like 9:40, 9:45 right now. A few people at training actually, which is good. So yeah, I'll keep you posted. I'll let you know who's here. I'll keep an eye on a few players. We'll go from there. All right, so first observation coming to training. Goey is doing some lane running That's with the Goey, Ned Long, and Harvey Harrison. You got Checkers running laps right now. It's coming around. Yeah, Ned Long. I'm not too sure what's going on there. Maybe just load management. And then the rest of the lads are just playing a handball game at the moment on either side of the field. Yep. So let's see who's here. Crisp, Quaynor, Ed Allen, Houston's here, Bo's here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm not going to count that. It's a big group today, I'd say. Yeah? Let's go. Can I see Pendles? I think I can. So good group today to work with. So this is exciting. It's H fly. He's flying through, isn't he? Dacos doing some run throughs as well, actually. Okay. He's in his runners. Let's not read too much into that, right? See how the goal is. How's he moving? Just probably working through that efficiency. Good. Very nice. There's H flying through. To Goey going again. That's Geordie running at 80%. Has a view behind us there. It's not bad, isn't it? There's Will Hayes lining up there for a shot on goal. Goes through. Who else have we got? Not too sure who that might be lining up for goal there. It's not Charlie West. It's definitely not Charlie West. It might be one of the potential draftees next year, maybe Riley Onley. Not too sure who it might be, but I can't see McGuan just yet. He's not over there. He's not in this initial group. Yeah. Keep an eye out. There's Josh Fraser, I think. TJ. We're going to look at Membry taking a shot on the run. He knows where they are. There's Dip, Pendles and Sidey. Ned Long. Let's get into some shooting now. So it is running capacity. Dab that. But yeah, it did his running conditioning at the start, so maybe he will do some of these lighter drills that don't require a lot of twisting and turning for whatever it may be. What do you got, Dip? What do you got here, brother? Yeah. All right, let's have a look at some of the youngsters. We've got Will Parker here, Big Roo, Illyria Smith rolling it out. Kicked a nice goal on that run against the D's in his final round. Jacob Ryan there as well. Let's see. Bit short. I think Big Roo's biggest improvement will need to be his kicking. He's a ruckman, so I don't know how critical it's going to be. But if you look at someone, like look at our prototypes, that's a decent kick though. Look at our prototypes in players like Darcy Cameron as our ruckman. We do want them to be able to kick, and it's important for our build-up players. Darcy Cameron does that really well. He's not afraid to bite off difficult kicks in the midfield in particular, and he doesn't mind a kick going inside 50 as well. So probably going to be his biggest improvement. I'm actually looking forward to going to some of the VFL games next season and taking more of an interest in that. I didn't do that enough this year, but I didn't want to bite off too much initially. I just wanted to get everything right with the AFL side of things. So now we'll implement more VFL, and we've got more youngsters now rolling through the system. We had Bytel, Kruger, a little bit older, both delisted. Josh Air, a little bit older, delisted. Begg, delisted. So, and then you get 3 genuine 18-year-olds in West, Cochrane and Hayes who will play. And then even last year there was just a bunch of injuries. So in the VFL it was just a lot of top-up players, which then makes the conversation a little bit redundant in going there and talking and watching and making observations. But yeah, I'm really looking forward. That will be a special interest of mine. And a bit of Coach Talent League as well. Follow the work of McGuan and just any players that will fall around our picks. I think that's something I've developed a bit of a passion for in the off-season. And I'm looking forward to bringing that more so in the back end of the season and post-season to keep us occupied and keep us in the loop. So it's good. Looking forward to it. Tell you what though, I'm genuinely chomping at the bit to get back into the AFL season. I think the Thursday games will make the work week feel shorter. So that's going to be huge. It's going to change up the feeling of the week on a more consistent basis. I think maybe half of the last couple of years have implemented Thursday nights, but I think now they have ramped that up. So we're probably looking at 3/4 of the year where we're going to get Thursday sessions. I don't know the exact number. I just know it's more than last season. So that's really exciting. But you really take for granted how much footy is a part of your routine, habits and lifestyle. You really do take that for granted. I mean, off season you need it. You do need it. You gotta miss it for a bit, and then revitalise and go again. I'm sure once we get into the season, we'll be like, fuck, I'm tired. I'm watching too much footy, and you're exhausted just from sitting on the couch all day watching the games and doing all the videos and the shows. But I'd rather that than this. So I'll remind myself of that in the season. That's what I prefer. So yeah. Here's Skip. He wants a running shot on at goal. That looks good from Skip. Just had a young girl come up to me at training. Her name is Darcy. I just want to give her a shout out. It's brave. It's brave to come up to someone you don't know that you want to speak to. Obviously, she knows that she watches the channel. But yeah, she's a braver person than I am, because I would struggle to go up to any stranger that I sort of watch on YouTube or even footy players. Like I just over the fence, I don't even have it in me to comment towards one of the players. So yeah, kudos. It's a nice feeling. It's a nice feeling. She came up, we had a good chat. You just don't know who's watching your channel. So that's probably my lesson today. Be mindful of who could be watching, but still be yourself. I'm still, I'm not going to change, but it's just good to know that there's all kinds of demographics and watching the channel. So shout out Darcy if you're watching this. Thanks for coming up to me, and go Pies. So it's just a drill using the boundary side, working it up the ground, pretty simple. Just getting some separation on some of the token defenders. I think there's a bit of opportunity to be creative with some of your movements after you've kicked the ball. You might get it back, you might not. Yeah. So they come out wide. Maybe they're looking, so you can go inside if possible, or boundary. So that's where the creativity comes in this drill. Down here, over there we got Book, Darcy Cameron. Wilbur. Pez. Nicky Dacos had some good things to say about Finlay McRae so far this off-season or pre-season, especially in the intra-club. that they had, or match simulation they had. But we'll keep a tab on it. I'm not going to get carried away with Finlay right now. As always, I always want anyone in the black and white to do well for the club and for themselves. I need to see it to believe it first, that's all. He's in his final year, this is pretty much it for him. Look inside, this is where that's where the creativity comes from. Get up, Billy. That'll do. So got Westy here. Westy wants it. Hazy, good pick up. It's a good look at Steenie here on the lead. Tell you what I like about DC with his craft inside 50, he's got nice soft hands. And maybe from the ruck, because you have soft hands with your taps, maybe that's transferable to a certain extent. Probably argue that's McGuan to Darcy there. Did well. But you just notice when, like, Darcy Cameron doesn't really double grab inside 50 with his marks. They're just nice and soft. You just pillow hands, I think is the term. If you have hard hands, likely the ball's going to slap around and it's probably going to fall in front of you. So, Hazy. There's Members, Tim Membry. Let's have a look at Steen's field kicking. Dino. We rate his kicking. Finlay. Lots of whites and blacks being assigned now, so hopefully maybe some sort of match simulation at some point of this session. Let's see if there's anything that's noticeable. I imagine it's just going to be a fair split of players. Coxie, Steenie, yeah. It's all pretty relatively even. They're splitting up the field in a half as well. So we'll keep an eye on and see what they're trying to cook up here. But yeah, they're putting bibs on, so they're in two sectors of the field, and we'll see what they get up to. So just a bit of transition is what they're looking to achieve here. Pretty simple, really. They're not operating at a super fast pace in the sense that they'll reset, they'll give them 20, 30 seconds, maybe 20 seconds to reset at a stoppage or whatever it may be. So, yeah, now they'll work. Let's go Leggy. Love to see TJ get some games at AFL level, pending his VFL performances initially, of course. He's just got a really good athletic profile, brother of TJ. Hopefully we can just make the most out of these picks that we get later in the 30s and the 40s that we've had over the last couple of years. Outside of what Di Mattia was pick 23 or something. So just need to hit on some of those players to help out with our age bracket. So cute. Setting up for something long here. Yep. There's Reef and Big Roo. Finlay on the left foot there. Let's go Whisper. Checker's doing his run-throughs. He's putting in a pretty tidy running session, so can't imagine there being much wrong. Maybe just management and just building running load without the twisting and turning that you get with all these sessions. So I wouldn't be concerned. He looks good. Now in a galaxy far, far away on this iPhone, you can see McGuan over there. He's just working on some tackling craft. He's been doing that for probably the last 20 minutes. He's not really doing much with the main group now. So yeah, just working on some tackling craft, probably to take into his Coates Talent League in 2025. So yeah, not much to report on the man at the moment, but that's what we're seeing. Not sure who is actually working with him right now. No clue, but that's all I've got for you. So now we're finally getting some match simulation, and let's see what the makeup is here. It's pretty mixed, but in the black team you've got Darcy, Reef, Brazzy, Houston, Pez, and Jacob Ryan all in the back line together. No Josh Dacos, no Tom Mitchell, no Checkers, no McGuan, no to Goey. So let's see what we get out of this. This is exciting. Ned Long, DC, Ed Allen, all together in the midfield. Try to make as many observations as possible. Fuck yeah, this is what we come here. This is what we come here to see. It's exciting. Coxie. Let's go AJ, work brother. Oh nice Dino. Sorry, I said Pez was in the black team in the defense, but he's not. He's on the white team. Jeddah, Neville Jeddah's playing for the white team as well, for those who are wondering. So, a few minutes into this match simulation, Finlay just kicked the first goal from a set shot. TJ getting plenty of the ball early on. Yeah, so I'll just give you a bit of commentary, a bit of a match report within the vlog while we're at it. What do you reckon? So on the wing, Steely, Crispy, and on the other wing, you got Harry, Di Mattia, and Patrick Lipinski. Whisper, Long, and Allen versus Perryman, Dip, and someone else. Yeah. So, the boys getting around Pez, that kick going inside 50. Neville Jeddah on the ball. Leggy's got it now on the far side. I'll zoom in there. This is going long. Pendles with a touched shot on goal, but touched. Oh, come this way. Give me some action down here. They love the pavilion side, don't they? Ned on the ball now. So this is what we want from Ned Long. It's a short kick to the fat side, to the wing, open wing. It didn't have quite the penetration there. That's what I'm talking about with Neddy. The sword that he might fall on is his kicking level. If he can, look, is it technique, power? Is it composure? It could be a million things. It's hard to discern all in the one moment. But that kick just before, as we've seen, it was actually just didn't have much penetration. The idea was there. Do you take that kick if you don't have the legs in you, or was it just a miss kick? So those are the things I wonder when I see these little moments. It is. So Darcy Moore's doing a lot of talking for Reef behind the ball, and I think letting Reef be this floating guy in the back line, Darcy's taking more of a one-on-one role. Reef is being given the keys to just play a role where he's trying to intercept and spoil as much as possible. Hopefully, as he gets more comfortable, a lot of those spoils become marks. But yeah, he's just got the license to be free in the back line and just fly for everything and get used to those aerial contests. Yeah, Kev's Magpies here. How you going, mate?
Yeah, good, mate. Yourself?
Good. What do you think of the training today?
Boys look good. Reef looked really good. IQ's fit, really fit. Geordie's been doing a fair bit of running, and Checkers as well. And yeah, great to see the boys back in action for this week's training, and hopefully can build up until after Christmas as well.
We're done after today's session, aren't we?
I think so.
They go on break. Yeah.
I think they go on break and then they hop in. I think it's January.
They're currently doing the running right now, so Kev is just watching the lads get their run-throughs in. I think they'll be done after this, really. They did some match simulation. It was probably maybe, 10 minutes, Kev?
About 10 minutes of that, yeah.
Did you see anything you liked? Was there any moments that you liked in that simulation?
I like how we moved the ball.
Yeah?
I think that's pretty good.
Yep.
The few drills that we did beforehand is where we did, you have 4 guys. So you got kick and hit, kick over there. And then you just got to hit that target as well.
Which is what we need next year, isn't it?
Yeah.
Easy, mate.
No injuries. No injuries next year, please.
No injuries. All right, Kev. Thanks, mate. You're a legend.
Right, you're welcome, mate.
All right, so with this drill, just some repeat efforts for the forwards. Good Diz. Diz is in Reef, for those who want to know the nicknames.
Interesting. Here we go. Reef and McStay.
So they're just when they're resetting, they're just making it hard for players to get back. So if we see Dan will get back, he's just making it hard for him to get back, and they'll repeat that effort 1 or 2 more times. The boys are cooked. You can tell they're pretty cooked right now. Yeah, they're cooked. Let's see some fast boys go to work. Pies and Elliott here. Obviously Billy just put some body on Pez here. Some tough work, isn't it, Kevy?
Very tough work.
To finish the session.
Finish the session off well. There's Jamie. Working very hard.
So DC is just really able to outrun Seany. Got a really good engine. A little bit faster off the mark as well, DC. He's just finding something to get that extra bit of separation here. You see, you can tell Steenie's cooked. He's working hard. Yeah. To be in the All Australian extended squad, that's what you got to be. If you're Oscar Steen, that's the standard. Let's see what Reef can do. Playing as the forward here now. They're swapping. Let's see. Love to see Billy and Pez really get at it here. Look at this. So that's the end of the session. That was a 2-hour session for the lads. Some match simulation, a bit of running, a lot more ball work today, transition from end to end, and then some contest work as you've seen at the back end of that session to really send them over. So that will be it for the year as far as the training content's concerned. That was fun. We'll be able to get more and more intel as we get into the thick of the pre-season. It'll be January, and then before you know it, we're talking intra clubs, we're talking practice matches, we're talking opening round. It's going to come at us very quickly. So here we are. Takeaways from the session. The lads are working hard. Yeah, Finland's looking good. Like I said, we'll just kind of just on that for now. And yeah, the bottom line is the lads are working hard. They're all there together. It was a big group today, and no one's cutting corners to get to where they need to be. So you'll see the footage. If you want the nitty and gritty, watch back the footage, and you'll see the little things that impress you. So yeah, that'll be it. You'll still see some content from Pies Footy throughout the Christmas break and New Year and all that. So stick around. But as far as the training footage is concerned, we'll revisit that next year. Go Pies.